listening to Combat Sports UK.
Combat Sports UK.
Welcome back to Combat Sports UK YouTube channel. I am joined today by Kenny the Black Diamond Mokhonoana, who is fighting on the Cage Warriors Dublin card on the 26th of April. He's taking on Matthew the Boogeyman Elliott. This is one of the fights I'm looking forward to the most on this card. It's a great regional battle between two of the best featherweights in the island of Ireland. Kenny, what's the crack, my man? Thank you very much for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me on. Yeah, excited to go for this for my Cage Warriors debut and put on a show.
It's been 18 months since you last fought in front of your home crowd in Dublin. How excited are you to be back in front of the home fans?
Yeah, it's cool. I'm excited to fight in Dublin. Obviously, last time in January I fought in Dubai. I actually would prefer fighting in Ireland. Like, just go back to my house and that, because you're over in Dubai. It's steady to be over there, but it's not really a holiday. Like, it's kind of like look but don't touch type of thing. So
yeah,
and you're straight back home as well. So it's not really a holiday. So it's nice to just be in Dublin and just do the business here and my home crowd familiar and it's gonna be a good night. Excited for it.
Taking Dublin over Dubai, I don't think there's too many guys that would say that, to be fair. Of course, this is your Cage Warriors debut. There's kind of been a lot of talk. I know Stephen Costello just announced that he's fighting in this Cage Warriors card as well, but you two are the first Cage or SBG fighters to be fighting on Cage Warriors in 10 years, of the first SBG Dublin. Obviously, Conor McGregor, the most famous, to kind of take that pathway from SBG Dublin and go through the Cage Warriors route. Does that kind of make it a bit extra special that there's been no representatives in the organisation from your gym in 10 years and you guys are going to be the first?
Yeah, 100%, especially in the division. I'm in the featherweight division as well, so it's cool to the lineage of the division, and that it's a cool it's kind of cool, but it's good to be good for the boys to be back. More opportunities, the more fighters getting opportunities, the better as well. So especially on the big show as well. So it's good to see. There shouldn't be any politics in the game, like and it should be many more SBG fighters as well getting signed in the next few months and years to come.
Fingers crossed. I think it was Andy Stevenson put something up on Instagram about it yesterday, and what he said was very, very true. It means that we can now get these sort of in-island rivalries like this one that we are getting between yourself and Matthew Elliott. So it's definitely good news, and look forward to seeing more following suit as well. Obviously, your last fight and your last few fights was sort of Bellator PFL. Can you kind of talk us through the reasoning for the move to Cage Warriors?
Yeah, so obviously that last year before my Bellator fight with Ibrahimov, I didn't fight for 18 months. I was released from my contract with the fight with Josh, and then I didn't fight I just waited out for Bellator for 18 months for them to come back. So I didn't want to sign any multi-fight deals. I wanted to be a free agent, and it didn't work out well. I couldn't get any fights, and obviously PFL came back, offered me a deal, and after the fight they couldn't guarantee me any more fights this year. So they're like, we might be able to get you on a fight, we might not be able to, but like we can release you there. And me talking to my coaches, I'm like, we know PFL will probably come back, like, but we don't know if it's going to be in 3 months or 2 years. So just the way it goes, we don't know. So we're like, the best step for my career is obviously to be active and for my progression in that. Cage Warriors, we're talking to them, and my contract now with Cage Warriors is five fights in 18 months. So that's a load of fights, and it's the most active that I believe I'm going to be in all my professional career. So logically it's just the right step if we're not thinking about money and that. Like, obviously PFL, they pay a lot more than Cage Warriors, but if taking out just what's best for my career right now, get back on track, Cage Warriors is where to be, and that's what my decision was.
Do you feel that you are a fighter that does thrive under more activity? Because there's some fighters can go out and fight once a year and they're happy and they can go out and perform to the same level, but there's also many fighters who need that activity, because you can kind of see that 18-month layoff and then coming back and they such a hard fight in Dubai. Do you think being more active in cage warriors, do you think that will sort of stand you in good stead overall for your career?
Nah, yeah, 100%. Like I won't be rushing as much things. I won't like. Obviously, I have no excuses. I was at my best in my last fight. Ibrahimov is the best fighter I've ever fought in all my pro and amateur career. So, I don't think it would have made much difference with his grappling is way ahead of mine. So, um, yeah, but I definitely would have looked better with definitely more activity. I wouldn't have rushed as much things. I wouldn't be just so in the moment, like, you know what I mean? Yeah, the more obviously, the more you do something, the more like even like playing PlayStation or something, the more you're playing it, the more like it's gonna be easier, come natural to you. You know what I mean? So, obviously I'm a veteran. I've had many fights, but obviously activities will help any fighter, I believe.
I think even in your amateur career as well, like, do you have something like 13 amateur fights or something? You were completely banging the fights out at that stage of your career too.
18 amateur fights,
18.
and that's without any. I've never went to the IMAFs as well, so I think in Ireland that might be the most amount of fights without going to the IMAFs.
Hmm.
Because obviously IMAFs you fight like what 3-5 times a week. Maybe I don't know how many times you fight, a couple of times a week, anyways. But yeah, like without the IMAFs, I've just fought in Ireland and Belfast. So yeah, like I've had 18 amateur fights as well. Like that does definitely help, but activity helps as well. So yeah, I'm excited to be active as well.
Yeah, I'm excited to see you being more active, and I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, in Dubai, Ibrahimov, you've just spoke about how good he is. He is a hell of a talent. Seriously good grappler. How do you kind of reflect on that night now? What kind of lessons did you learn from being in there with someone at that probably the highest level in sort of the UK at the moment? I would say is that.
Yeah, I believe he can go all the way to the to the championships and win the championships and win the tournaments in PFL. Like he made, I believe, like if you see like my last two fights haven't been great, obviously on the ground and that, but if you look previous to my fights, like I can grapple, and
Hmm.
Ibrahimov made me look like I don't have a clue with what I'm doing. Like that's how good he is, and that's a credit to him. And I know I'm a high level grappler. Like I go with black belts. I go with high level wrestlers all the time, and my choke game as well. Like my submission offense is good as well. So um. And I know what I do in the gym. I know who I train with as well. Like the level I've trained with at the gym is high. So I feel like I can go neck and neck with anyone in this sport on my day. And yeah, like the lessons I took from the fight was just obviously I just thought like yeah he's probably gonna get me down at some point. I'll just work off my back and submit him. But that shouldn't have been my plan. Like I shouldn't have even my plan should have been try stay on my feet as much as possible. Not even like I wasn't worried about take down defense too much, which should have been like using better footwork and not smothering my punches, getting into close range and stuff like that, and letting them take me down so easily. Yeah, definitely underestimated his submission defense as well, and yeah, obviously I take a lot of lessons from it. Like obviously being on my back should be plan B or C. You know what I mean? It shouldn't be plan A. Like that's what I took from that. Like even watching UFCs, it's like it's rare enough that you see triangles and like omoplatas like on the ground. Like it's very rare. Like how many times do you see it? So at the highest level, like obviously it's worked previously, but at the highest level, um yeah, it's hard. You can't really rely on that. Like that should be plan B or C. You know what I mean?
I think you put it perfectly there. You are a very high level grappler, and when you look at sort of the earlier stages of your career and even your first few pro fights, the grappling's there they say, but it just shows how good he is. It's no chink in your armor. The fact that he out grappled you, it just shows the level that he's at. But it's good to see that you're taking them lessons into this one. Obviously, looking ahead at Cage Warriors Dublin. Matthew Elliott. You have shared cards before. I seen you were both on. I think it was Cage Conflict 3 or something. You shared that card together. I'm sure you're
Yeah.
obviously very very aware of him. How do you rate him, and how do you sort of think you style up against him stylistically?
Yeah, we were supposed to fight a couple of times. A few things happened where like sometimes on his side that he couldn't take the fight, and a few times on my side where I just went to UAE Warriors instead and things like that. So and yeah, we were there always around each other, but we never fought. We were definitely like his name's been thrown at me a few times, and his name's or like my name's been thrown at him a few times as well. And it's just obviously came full circle that we're able to fight now. We have history together. Obviously, um yeah, I don't know if you could see, but like yeah, we're not really the best of friends, to put it lightly. Um yeah, I don't really like the guy, and like yeah, that even made me want to sign the contract more to just punch him around. Anyways, you know what I mean? Because he deserves it.
Why is there beef there? Can you dive a wee bit deeper into it?
Like obviously we've been on shows together. Just the way he goes on, it just rubs me the wrong way, and like he's disrespected a few of my teammates. Like I think like after I don't know Lee Hammond, he like put on his bio fucking he put on something stupid on his bio like fucking like took Lee Hammond's dignity or something after a fight or something. And like just the way he goes on, even the way he goes on with the steroid shits and all, the steroid thing and all, like that's not fucking funny to me. Like that's like I remember him and Glenn McVeigh posting like USADA, this fucking big fucking things on his back and all fighting and all and shit like fucking but I just think he's a knobhead, bro. I don't know if I'm making it clear about how I feel about him, but I just think he's a knobhead, bro. I just love to punch him around.
I think you're definitely making it clear. Would you be up for shaking his hand after this fight when it's all said and done and you have done 15 minutes together?
um yeah, sure. Maybe we'll see. Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, like I definitely respect him as a fighter. Like his ground game is good. His wrestling is good. Obviously his style is a bit boring. It's a bit you know what I mean, one of them ones. But yeah, as a fighter, I have to respect him. Like I have to be respectful of his style, and I have to acknowledge what he brings to the table in order to have my best performance. You know.
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. It's one I'm definitely looking forward to. It's going to be a great fight. I wanted to kind of touch on SBG Ireland. We mentioned that earlier, but how beneficial is it that you're in a training room like that? It seems that the minute's thriving from the amateurs right through the pros. Just to mention an amateur, you've got Amy Scully, who's doing very well, who have interviewed before, and pros, you've got the likes of Will Fleury. Some great
Yeah.
fighters coming out of there. What's it like being in that training room, and how beneficial is it for you?
Oh, it's deadly. Like obviously, there's like you just mentioned Will Fleury there. He's been professional much longer than me, so I always go to him for advice. Like Will, we fought in UAE together as well. I was like obviously I was in talks with Octagon before, and like Will being a part of Octagon was obviously a big like part of me like talking to them and that. But obviously I'm with Cage Warriors now. Um yeah, obviously we have stars like Nate and Kelly, like even Brad Katona, like there's too much
Yeah.
name. There's gonna be like 50 fighters on the pro team. Like obviously fighters that are ahead of me and that in their career. Obviously it's motivational and it's just a reminder that obviously it's there for me. It gives me confidence as well rolling on the mats with them. And obviously you're surrounded by the right people, like you are your surroundings, you know what I mean? So yeah, obviously it's inspirational.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Kind of want to look ahead. You mentioned their 5 fight contract with Cage Warriors. How far are you going to go in them 5 fights? Do you see the title as an option? Do you want to stick around for that long? Like, is that your motivation to maybe get to the title within them 5 fights?
Yeah, of course. I'll be like, sorry, I'm gonna be calling for 100%. Each fight, I'm gonna be calling for the title shot. And if a case contender series comes after like 2, 3 fights, because I know, like, obviously, I'm on a bit of a slump right now, but people have in this sport, like, you're only as good as your last fight, and I feel like people's memories people are quick to forget after a good knockout or nice submission or something. So I think after 2 fights, maybe even one, we'll see. I'll be calling for the title shot right away. I don't want I don't want a slow track to the title. I'll fight the best people in the organization. I'm coming for the best people. Whoever's number 2 in this division after this fight, I want them. I don't want easy fights. I want the best guys. And yeah, as soon as possible. That's the goal, the title. And obviously, if, like I said before, if Day in the Contender Series comes before that, I'll jump on that. But yeah, the goal right now is just take each fight, and yeah, I'm on the road to the title.
I wanted to do some quick fire questions with you, and then I've got one
Yeah.
more slightly deeper question to end with. So we'll kick us off with the quick fire questions. The first one: dream fight location.
Dream fight location. Probably MGM Grand or Madison Square Garden.
Best way to celebrate a win.
Pizza.
Perfect. What would you be if you weren't a fighter?
Ooh. I don't know. Probably working some shitty job, like just 9 to 5 job. I don't know.
Sub or KO?
KO.
Favorite strike?
Favorite strike. Left cross.
Nice. Favorite submission?
Triangle.
And your favorite sport outside of fighting?
Football.
Football. Have you a team you support, do you?
Chelsea.
Chelsea. No way,
Yeah.
mate. No way.
Yeah,
I'm a Liverpool man
it's not a good
myself.
time right now. Wait, who are you supporting?
Liverpool. Liverpool.
Oh, okay. I can't say shit to you now.
Good time for us. It's not as good as it
Yeah.
did look, to be fair. I thought we were on for the quadruple, and we're now just about going to win the league. So
Yeah.
still a good season, but it's the hope that kills you, isn't it? Whenever you think you're going to win a lot more.
That's it. Yeah.
Last question. Always like to finish on this one. Something a wee bit deeper. Sometimes it requires a wee bit more thought. Why do you fight?
Ooh, yeah, that's deep. Yeah, I just obviously I got inspired from my brother. My brother was a professional fighter when I started training. So he showed me that there's an avenue to make money, and gave me the belief. And I just wanted to see if I can. I just wanted to see what I have in my head. Like obviously, I think I can be the best, and I just want to see if what I have in my head it can be a reality, and I'm just trying to strive for that. Like,
I love that. I love that. That's a great answer. Kenny, thank you very much for your time. I look forward to seeing you in there. I'll be down at Cage Warriors Dublin covering it. So I look forward to seeing this fight. And hopefully, as we said at the start, hopefully this is the start of more sort of regional beefs and regional fights between the top sort of prospects in the island of Ireland. So thank you very much for your time, mate, and good luck on the 26th of April.
Thanks for having me on, bro. Bless up.
You're listening to Combat Sports UK.
Combat Sports UK.